Okay, guys, let's continue with the second part of our class. So we have Unit 12, Inventing the Future. So here we have a picture of a boy and the President Barack Obama, right? So we have President Obama watches Joy Hurdy demonstrate his extreme marshmallow cannon during the White House Science Fair. Okay, so what is a science fair? So a fair with a lot of experiments, right? But not all the time the experiments works well. Sometimes the participants have problems with their experiments. For example, here we have a bad joke in a science fair, right? Okay, so can you name some inventions that were new during lifetime? Can you name some inventions of the past? Do you know who made all these inventions possible? Do you know the name of the inventor of the telephone? Who was the inventor of the television? Okay, so today we're going to read about them, right? So we're going to read about the 10 most important inventions. So the first invention is the steam engine. The inventor was James Watt. Although the first version of a steam engine dates back to 3rd century AD, it was not until the turn of the 19th century and the advent of the industrial age that a modern form of the internal combustion engine came into existence. So it was a very useful invention because it was used for cars, it was used for the train, right? So number 2. The second invention that we have here is the wheel. So the inventor is unknown. So the idea of a symmetrical component moving in circular motion on an axis has existed in ancient Mesopotamia, Egypt, and Europe separately in different time periods. Thus, it cannot be ascertained by whom and where the wheel emerged first. But this great invention appeared in 3500 BC and has grown to become one of the mankind's most important inventions ever. Another invention is the printing press, right? The inventor was Johannes Gutenberg. Johannes Gutenberg invented the printing press in 1415 AD, borrowing heavily from Chinese assets and applying them to a sophisticated machine. So for that reason, we have books, right? In the past, it was easy to print them. The light bulb. So everybody has light bulbs at home, right? So the inventor was Thomas Alva Edison. The invention of the light bulb developed throughout the 1800s, with Thomas Edison attributed as the primary inventor of a bulb that lasts for 1,500 hours without burning out in 1879. So it is a very old invention. The penicillin. The inventor was Alexander Fleming, but did you know that it was an accident? So accidentally discovered in a bacteria-infested petri dish by Nobel Prize winner Alexander Fleming in 1928. Penicillin drug is a group of antibiotics that cures several infections in human beings without harming them. Another invention is the telephone. It is very useful, right? The inventor was Alexander Graham Bell. In 1876, Alexander Graham Bell joined two cups with a thread at the bottom of both ends and used it to talk from one end and listen from the other. This laid the foundation work for another revolutionary invention that is today the attachment that we all carry in our hands or pockets, like the cell phones, right? The phone, which later also developed as a mobile phone, has had a life-saving impact on mankind, especially in the field of business and communication. But the first invention of a telephone was made by Alexander Graham Bell. Next one, the television. The inventor Vladimir Wordskin and Philo Farnsworth. Also, the invention of the television cannot be attributed to one person. It is largely believed that the invention of the modern television was the work of two people, right? Vladimir Kozma in 1923 and Philo Farnsworth in 1927. The computer. Nowadays, a very useful invention, right? The inventor was Charles Babbage. The principle of the modern computer was first mentioned by Alan Turing, and later the first mechanical computer was invented in early 19th century. This invention has indeed accomplished amazing things in more areas of life than we realize, because we have computers in cars, we have computers in the vending machines, we have computers everywhere, right? So number 9, the internet. The inventor of the internet was Vinton Cerf. The internet was first developed in 1973 by Vinton Cerf, backed by the U.S. Department of Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency. Its initial use was to provide a network of communication within research labs and universities within the United States and expanded over time. So nowadays, everybody uses internet around the world, right? And we use it to communicate, to have a global communication, right? So number 10, World Wide Web. The inventor was Tim Berners-Lee. The World Wide Web, as we know, was first predicted by Arthur Clarke when he wrote that one day satellites will bring accumulate knowledge of the world to our fingertips, combining the telephone, photocopier, television, and computer. However, the invention was made 19 years later in 1989 by a CERN employee, Tom Berners-Lee. Okay, so according to you, number the inventions from the most important to the least important. So we have steam engine, wheel, printing press, light bulb, penicillin, telephone, television, computer, internet, World Wide Web. So which one do you think that is the most important? Maybe it could be the internet, I don't know. Then the computer, one of the last ones, the penicillin. So 1 is the most important and 10 is the least important, right? So answers will vary according to your opinion. Now, in the next exercise, we have matched inventions with the inventor. So we have a steam engine, wheel, printing press, light bulb, penicillin, telephone, television, computer, internet, and World Wide Web. So, in your notebook, quickly write the answers to the exercise, right? So, who invented the steam engine? It was invented by James Watt. Very good. Who invented the wheel? Letter F. The inventor is unknown, right? Because it exists in Europe, it exists in Mesopotamia, and in different times, right? Different periods. Who invented the printing press? Gutenberg, right? Who invented the light bulb? Edison. Who invented the penicillin? Alexander Fleming. Who invented the telephone? Alexander Graham Bell. Who invented the television? It is attributed to two people, right? Letter C. Who invented the computer? Charles Babbage. Who invented the internet? Peace and Surf and the World Wide Web. Easy, right? Tim Berners-Lee. Okay, so now let's go to the next video to check our homework and the answers of the last homework. Bye-bye.